Hi. I just wanted to come on here and say I'm going to go into depth on another video. There's going to be a lot of videos, I think, because yeah, there's so much to me. But I have been doing an experience which is still ongoing, called Chosen, and it's only like a few days in, and already it's mind-blowing because it's really changing the way that I view everything, and especially myself. And I think we've all been programmed from children, to be fearful of everything, to always put others first and others' feelings, and you know, to sacrifice ourselves for other people. That's just normal. I know I was brought up, don't be too big for your boots. Don't show off. Don't be that person, because people don't like those people. And it's as you grow older and you get older, that those things install more and more into you, and it really does shape and control everything. And it's such a sad way of looking at our lives, that we are so programmed to be fearful of everything, of judgment, of what other people will think of us. We shame ourselves, guilt ourselves, whether we're too much, whether we're not enough. And it ultimately comes down to so many of us, and I know me, I'm the first one to admit that I sacrificed myself completely for so long, for other people, for people that I loved, for people that it turns out didn't love me in the same way. But I've done that since a child. I've been a people pleaser. I've been someone that I just long to make others happy. I long to make everyone okay. And it's realizing that you can't change other people's journeys. You can't change other people's views. All you can do is really, ultimately, put your love and care into yourself. I'm not saying don't care about other people, but we always choose others before ourselves, and that's not normal. That's not okay. We're being taught that that's selfish to put yourself first. It's wrong. It's delusional to think that you're better. It's not egotistical. It's not about us being better than anyone else. It's just, if you can't choose yourself and you can't love and respect yourself, how do you expect anyone else to? And that is something that I'm really battling. I am battling because I'm seeing more ways doing this challenge and this experience with Courtney and Zero, who I found on YouTube, and my mentor. I'm part of the Love and Light Club, and honestly, it's been amazing because it's been somewhere where I've felt that I can be honestly me, and to have other like-minded people is such a huge thing, because this journey can be really lonely. And yeah, especially when you've got people around you that aren't as positive and have the same outlook of life as you do now. And I think when you start awakening, I know for me it's been a battle. It has. And it's, they say dark night of the soul, but I think it was Courtney and Zero, I can't remember who it was, but they reworded it and said it's not dark night of the soul, it's the dark night of the ego, because the ego is really potentially when you're awakening and you start programming and rewiring your nervous system to channel and work from your heart and from your soul. The ego doesn't want that. The ego gets loud and it puts all your fears and all the programming that has happened throughout your life in the forefront, and it projects all of your fears onto you very heavily, when that's just what they are. They're projections from your past, and when you think about it, the past is done. You can't, all that really there is now. There's no future yet. There's no, and the past is already, it's the past. We can't go back in time. And so it's really reprogramming how our minds and how we see life. And for me, it's very much, my gosh, the things that have been learning daily, and it's just mind-blowing. And I'm just so grateful for all the messages, all the everyone that's been brought to me from my angels, because I never believed I had intuition, because I never believed I was a good enough person to be spiritual, which is really ridiculous when I think of it now. But that's how I was so locked in the negativity of life and locked in the matrix and the systems that they've put in place for us to feel dimmed, and to dim us, to dim our light, to dim our frequency from vibrating higher like we all should. And it's just, I am just amazed and so thankful for all the tarot readers, all my mentor, for all the messages that I've been receiving since October. Because honestly, my Instagram went from being full of autistic mums, from health, fitness, perimenopause, and all the glorious things that us women have to start experiencing. It went from that to literally overnight. And I've never been into tarot or anything like that, so it's not like I've even clicked, oh, it's the algorithm. No. This changed overnight for me, and my algorithm was packed full of messages from tarot readers. And as my awakening progressed, and once I realized that's what was happening, the messages, as my awakening unfolded, the messages changed to what I was experiencing at that time, which completely and utterly blew me away. But it was my angel's way of communicating with me and telling me that what I was feeling was true. I wasn't, because at one stage I felt like I was going crazy. I thought, my God, if I was to tell anyone what I'm feeling right now, they're going to think I'm batshit crazy. And there was a specific message one morning from Instagram. I remember going to go in the shower, and I had all these negative damn thoughts, thinking, my God, people are going to think I'm crazy. I wonder, this is just me. It's all in my head. I'm literally losing it. And I went to go in the shower, and I like to put music on, but something made me go onto Instagram, and I popped on there, and there was a message from one of the readers, and she said, right, okay, I've been pulled out of my whatever she was doing, and she said to give this message because your angels are telling me that you really need to hear this. She said, but your angels want you to know that you're not going crazy. What you're feeling is your intuition. It's right. And I know I stood there and I actually laughed to myself, and I thought, my gosh. And I had my shower and got on and just thought, okay. And I was doing, after I started to do affirmations and meditation, which I'd never been able to do before because I just couldn't quiet my mind. But don't get me wrong, it took a while, but I managed to settle my brain, and it did take me a long while to really be able to shut my brain off and to stop having the thoughts flying in. But I did, and when I actually did, really, meditation has helped me massively. Affirmations of a morning was really, it was a routine that I felt was really important to me to keep me positive, because it was so easy, because I've been such a negative and had so many triggers regarding my relationships, and I just not feeling good enough my whole life, that it was a real battle daily. But having the angels come and give me these messages, and knowing that they was helping me trust my intuition. And it's even to this day, and we're like, it's October, November, December, January, it's like 6-7 months, I would say, since this is all happening. And still I really feel like I have dark energies that are trying to cling on to the old version of me, trying to keep me on my old timeline, which really happened this morning for me. And I was feeling okay, and I was listening. I had some transmissions that I needed to hear through the chosen experience, and I listened, I did the meditation of that, and I don't know, I just had this awful negative feeling, and it reminded me too much of when I was struggling and going through depression, and it was that feeling of just emptiness and just feeling, will I ever feel better? Will I ever feel pure happiness and joy? And yes, my children make me happy and experiences make me laugh, but to feel that real inner childlike happiness, it really hit me this morning, and I really could feel myself spiraling, and I just thought, my God, am I ever gonna feel happiness? Am I ever gonna feel how I keep getting told I'm gonna feel? Am I ever gonna step into my new timeline? Am I always gonna be stuck in this cycle? And that's how I felt this morning. And then I started to listen to music, and I was going to try and meditate, and I just couldn't, my heart, mind. And I just sat, and I think that's what I need sometimes. I've had messages that I need to come off my phone more, stop listening to reading, stop listening to that, and actually listen, because I know my higher self and source want to connect with me. And when I do go quiet, like I did this morning, I just laid on my bed and I just laid there, and I heard my higher voice, I heard my higher self come to me and tell me that it's all an illusion. What I'm feeling this morning is not real. I am not behind. I am not in my old timeline. I'm moving forward, and I feel like it's old energies, my ex-partner, and I don't know, I just feel like I've got negative energies trying to keep me back. Even my ego and my prediction machine up here is trying to keep me from moving forward, because I started something and it didn't pan out how I wanted it to pan out, but it didn't have the response that I'd hoped it would. So I was like, okay, going back to the drawing board, let's scratch that, we'll start again, which I did. And yesterday it came to me what I knew I needed to do, and I was okay, as of tomorrow, that's what I'm going to do. And I feel very strongly, and I had many signs after, especially my right ear was ringing really loud, which they say is your feminine, your intuition, and your angel was speaking to you, that you and telling you and trying to get messages to you that you're on the right path. And that was very strongly coming through to me this morning, that those feelings I was feeling this morning was not real, that my intuition and my higher self coming to me, telling me that they were just energies trying to keep you back. It's because you're so close, and it's when you're so close, that's when the negative and the triggers and the energies try and keep you back, keep you from moving forward, because they know that you're so close now. And this is why I'm here. And so I just want to encourage every single one of you that might be experiencing an awakening, or been through it, or going through it, in the middle of it, whatever, to just keep going. But this is the place that I want you to come to share everything. I want you to choose you. I want you to put yourself first. Being selfish and putting yourself, well, they say being selfish, but you putting yourself first is not selfish. You choosing yourself is not selfish. It's the best thing that you can do for anyone and everyone. So my little one is banging, so I'm going to have to go. But yeah, I will be back, and I will be posting so much more for you that I hope will help in some way for you to navigate your awakening. And if there's questions or feelings that you're feeling, that you can come on here and just share how you're feeling, because honestly, I know that that's part of my purpose here on earth. And yeah, it's a passion and a pull in me that I have to fulfill, and so much I have to share with you that has made that very clear to me. But I'm going to have to go. But yeah, I'll catch you next time. Okay, bye.